I had two choices. I could have Postmated something in and paid 50 bucks for $20 spaghetti meatballs. I don't know why it costs so much to get food delivered. Or you can go to the store and push the cart around. Now, I overdid it, just like everybody who gets rambunctious and goes to the store for the first time in a long time. 4 bags, I'll show you what I got, and you guess what it cost. A couple of peppers, Anaheim peppers, maybe 3. Let's try to do this in order. We're gonna cook some veggie, some mushrooms. Pretty good little batch. I'll show you those in a second. Let's stick with the veg. All right, I had 1 bell pepper, 1. I mean, it's down to buying 1. A little pico. 3 cucumbers, you know the Greek salad, they call these slicing. Don't get funny with me. Call them slicing cucumbers. And a couple of zucchinis, okay? Little zooks. All right, not organic, that's why they're huge. I don't know about all that, I don't usually sweat it. What else we got? I'll show you that in a second. That in a second. Just kind of fast forward. Then, let's see. Yep, broccolini. So I bought some chips to go with my pico. I'm gonna snack. I got 2 bananas and 3 avocados. Banana is gonna be like for my kid when she's hungry. A couple of plums. These look pretty good. They look pretty good. Came in a little tin. And I shit you not, 2 heirloom tomatoes. If you know anything about tomatoes, heirlooms are the sweetest. Probably the best, but man, I mean, you might as well buy a piece of chicken. I mean, it's probably a few bucks. I hate to look at the receipt. So those were the veggies, those were the pico, the avocado, the chips. Protein-wise, a small piece of sea bass, 2 pieces of orange roughy, and some sockeye salmon. We're gonna do some chicken, some thighs, some chicken thighs with skin on, and then some like drum and leg. We're gonna try to fry that up. We are gonna do some tomato sauce. San Marzano, the best tomatoes in the world. Italian, not Greek, unfortunately. I love these little tubes of paste. You just put a little bit, you don't open the can. I bought a little turkey and a little Colby cheddar snack. So that's all I bought. How much? Tell you how much it should have been and how much it was. Should have been about 120, it was 200. So 200 bucks. Now this should feed, shoot, I'd say 3 people 4 or 5 times. So if you break it down per meal, you're probably in the $20 a meal range, but it's gonna be like really, 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 really good stuff. So bear with me while I kind of put this together, and maybe it'll be some fun and you guys will like it. So I'll be right back. All right, so what are we getting here? So first thing I did, I went over to the other side of the house where we keep the wine, pushed the little magic button and got 6 ounces of Chablis. So cheers to y'all, whatever you're doing. It's nice to have a little wine with cooking and everything else. I got the news, I'm gonna put a game on here in a little bit, but cheers to you. Now I was just gonna share the way I do this. So I got my oven on, 450, it just beeped. I love the oven, okay? Ovens to me are the best. Got a strainer, probably gonna wash our veggies and stuff. And then sheet pans, okay? I love sheet pans. I cook with sheet pans. I roast a lot, high heat. But I don't love doing the dishes. And I do have help with dishes sometimes. But even when I don't, or do have help, I just put a little piece of foil down and pretty much cover my pan. You can kind of visualize what that looks like. And then I'll put what it is that I want to cook in there, right? So sheet pans, I got about 4 of them out, but I want to snack on something while I'm doing this. So let's get a little bowl. I got some of the bowls out. This one always makes me nervous because it looks like a dog bowl, but it's not because it says, I don't know. It still makes me nervous. So anyhow, I wanted some chips, but I didn't really want to make guacamole. So an easy way is to simply get pico Put some in a bowl. Remember, I'm by myself. This is just me today. Oops, that's a lot. This is no editing. This is the real deal. And then I'm just gonna get an avocado and kind of half-ass a guacamole, right? So what do you need now? I need a knife and a spoon. Knife, spoon, avocado, pico in the bowl, right? So you can buy cilantro, all that crap. You don't need it. They're gonna put a little bit of that stuff in there. Trying to make it easy on yourself. So you all know, right? You cut it in half, you all know how to do this. If you squeeze this, this little guy should come out. Yeah, it did. Not bad. I'm cooking for myself, so there ain't no gloves and all that, but I mean, pretty much a perfect avocado. That's another thing. When someone picks this for you, look at that guy. I mean, that's money. Money, 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 money. One more. Now I know this isn't like some major cooking announcement, but we've got our guacamole. What should we get? Let's see if I got a lime. I got a lime? You know I got a lime. It's at a party. Yeah. There you go. A couple of limes. It's everything you need. That is going to be what I snack with while I'm cooking. Okay, so it's one lime. Today I'm trying to eat healthy. So I know I got a little wine and eating some chips and stuff. So a couple limes. I do have that little thing that you squish it. You know that little thing? That's the thing with widgets. You buy them, and if you don't use them, it's all for nothing. Look how good that looks. So now we got one avocado, the pico from the store, and the lime. Probably gonna need salt. Salt's where I gotta watch it. I'm not supposed to have it. And you can get a masher and you can get a fork. I mean, I just got this spoon. I picked a really good avocado. So, and they call this rough chop, which is the way I like it. I'm not saying I like it rough. Please don't do that. So this is what it looks like. All right. I'm telling you, like, that's a lot easier than 8 ounces of chips. I probably paid $4 for this. That store, man, and they get you. They get you because it's right in front of you, you know, where you want it. So, nice big healthy chip. Gonna get in here. You tell me. I think that looks all right. I think it looks all right. Perfect. So, splash it down. So now, we've got something to snack on. Because everything else is raw. We gotta figure out what we're doing. That was great. Love it. So, hold on now. Can you tell a cucumber apart from a zucchini? I screwed that up. Well, figured it out. That's a zucchini. All right, so 2 zooks. Rinse them off real fast. Right there. We got a pan. And we can do it a couple ways. I think what we're gonna do is put some spray down. And I know the spray isn't like the healthiest. So, I don't know, one time I fell for this. Doesn't something like this look healthy? It's probably not. Avocado pure spray. So I sprayed the pan. Then I'm just gonna do a little chop. that's done. So now we're just gonna take this thing right there. Remember, like, it's just me here. I mean, me and the tripod, so don't be judging. I bring this olive oil from Greece. Amazing stuff. I'm sorry. The Italians think they got the best oil. They literally ship the Greek oil to Italy, put 10% Italian oil in it, and then sell it as Italian. So stupid. All right, so salt, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna use sea salt from Macedonia, Greece. Everything from Greece is better. So a little sea salt. I'm gonna try to watch it. The old George would have put a lot more on there. That's pepper. It's like tricolor pepper, fancy shit. Just use black pepper. All right, so this is gonna go in the oven. Open the oven. I got it on 450. Drop it in there, and that puppy's gonna cook. They go in like manure and shit, so literally and shit. So you wanna wash them. But I think when you cook something like fully, like I don't eat raw mushrooms. I think that's gross. So I'm washing them off. Same trick, we're gonna get the foil here. These won't stick. You really don't need the spray, but we'll hit it. Greek olive oil, a little bit. You don't gotta get it right on there. Like later they'll kind of start frying up and they'll be fine. A little bit of the salt. And pepper. All right, that's going in the oven. So we got 3 Anaheim peppers right here. Just a little bit of oil, and I will salt these guys. I didn't put any spray down. So that's gonna go in the oven too in a minute. Roughy, we had it at my dad's funeral service. Everybody was like blown away by how good it was. What kind of fish is that? What kind of fish is that? I haven't seen it at the store in a long time. Whole Foods has it. There's a name for that fish. I forget what it's called. But it's cousin to the John Dory. My mom used to cook it back in the day at Pete's Place. Really good stuff. So let's see if, there could be something else here. Let me see what it is. That's the salmon. That's fine. So we got 1 piece of salmon. And guys, like, this is kind of where it gets crazy. I mean, this piece of fish was, and it's fishy. I'll be honest with you. It's smelling fishy. This little piece of fish was 16 bucks. So I'm gonna put it skin side up. Hoping to get the skin crispy and flip it around. So I got it like this. Remember, I put a little spray. Literally, you could salt this, but I'm not putting anything on it. Like, I'm really trying to eat right. Like, I can show you a million tricks. Dijon mustard, soy sauce, every darn thing there is. But really, fresh fish really just should get cooked, and you could dress it with lemon, lime, herbs, things like that. So that's right there. Caught orange roughy. Man, I don't know if I believe that. I've never seen an orange roughy on a fishing line. And plus, they're always the same size, which is weird. How'd they catch a bunch that are all the same? So this is what it looks like. It's really good fish. So I'm laying one down, laying the other one down. This one is not fishy. So if you're trying to eat healthy and you don't want fishy taste, I'd say maybe the orange roughy is a better option for you. Then here you go, you ready for this? 26 bucks. I mean, this is like a piece of beef jerky. It's tiny. This is where the money goes. So you gotta decide, you know, where you wanna put your money. I mean, that's what it looks like, piece of sea bass. I'm gonna put that skin side down. I did the salmon the other way. I'm gonna wash my hands. I shouldn't have to touch the fish again. Then probably drizzle a drop of oil on the fish. It'll help fry a little bit on the top with the heat of the oven. But really, like, this fish really doesn't need anything. Got a little bit of fish oil there, a little bit of salt. I mean, really, like, almost have to salt everything these days. So now we got both of our fish ready to go for when we are. So I'm gonna set that aside. We're gonna do this overcooked and soggy, and then olive oil and lemon. Bigger pot for later, show you. That's gonna be for our broccoli. Get some water. Water. heat. Move the foil. I'm gonna see, yeah, that ain't going too good. But I'm stubborn. So I'm gonna stuff this stuff in this small pot. And yes, I have those little things on. I don't think that's gonna matter. So I've stuffed it in there. We're gonna see what happens. It's not ideal. It's not that hot yet, so I can kind of put my hand in there, push it down. But I'm gonna kind of like cook this slow. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, the other trick we're gonna do. That's gonna take a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of effort. So I got a pretty big pot. And we're gonna fry up some chicken. So I got 3 kinds of chicken here. What's going on there? All right, I was gonna say, don't do that. So we're gonna brown some skin. A little oil. Now some say, don't put olive oil on the high heat. It's not built for, you know, frying. I can tell you the Greeks and Italians have been cooking French fries in olive oil, so I really don't want to hear it. So we'll see what that's all about. I'm gonna look over here and take a quick look and see if our veggies are doing anything. You see, frying mushrooms. I'll show you guys a little bit. That's what they look like right there. So literally like, just shake them. Shake these guys too. Tested this camera. I mean, that was a little scary. All right. All right, so pan's on, piece of chicken in the pan. Piece of chicken in the pan. That was like a leg and thigh piece. This is just the thigh. I'm going skin side down. And then I wanted a little more meat, so I just did some thighs. Yep. So that's frying away. My hands are a tad contaminated, so I'm gonna throw this up away, wash up real quick. A little Greek salt. A little pepper. All right. Broccoli's cooking. Chicken's cooking. So Greek salad. I bought this cheese. The best cheese is a sheep's milk or goat's milk, feta. Sheep's, I think, is the sweetest one. I had another little piece from a party I had the other day before. So I might use that. So I got some feta cheese right here. So it's really 3 things. Cucumber, tomato, onion, feta, 4. Some put bell pepper. I was just in Greece. Man, the bell pepper was so good. So I'm gonna see what the flavor's like in this. If this doesn't have good flavor raw, I'm just gonna throw it in the oven. And I normally wouldn't even wash that, but the fact that I'm gonna taste it raw, other people could grab it and pick it up. So here we go. Well worth putting this in the salad. Really good. Now, it's just me. I don't need much. So a little bit of bell pepper. Maybe a little bit for leftovers. Ooh, smelling good. Yaya would be proud. Heirloom tomato. Okay, so heirloom, red onion, you have no idea. I wish I could share this with you. You can check it out. This is what I'm smelling right now. Deglaze is a simple thing you do with a little wine. I'm not doing it because I'm giving this one to my daughter. That's a good sign. Slice this puppy up. This is too much. Anybody want to come over? Check it out. I'm right here. Little piece of feta. Break it in there. I like it chunky in case somebody doesn't like it. They can kind of set it aside. But there's the feta. I'm gonna have to switch gears here and put some water in this pot. All right, because we are gonna boil this chicken, but I like to fry it up. So this is what the salad looks like. I keep tapping because it's overheated, so that's what salad's looking like. So from here, guess what? A little olive oil, a little Greek salt, olive oil, Greek salt, a couple whacks of pepper. Then I actually have good Greek oregano. Rigani. Rigani. Yes, from Greece, Malaka. Oh my gosh. I can just smell it. Reminds me of my grandma, a little bit of my mama. All right, so I did get another spoon earlier. There's a choriatiki Greek salad. Greek! Now the broccolini's kind of moving, so we better slow her down. There's a lot of water in mushrooms, so high heat, and just cook the shit out of them. You cannot overcook a mushroom, really. These guys are probably pretty close to being done. Then up here, the zooks. Zooks, I like them cooked. It's weird, my bottom pan's cooking faster than my top pan. So I'm gonna do that. So chicken's in the pot. Saw me brown it. It's got a lot of work to do. I mean, we're gonna need this chicken tender. We're gonna need to pull it off the bone. And then we're gonna need to clean it. And then we're gonna cook some noodles. Fish is about ready to go in. I got a fish here, ready to go. I put the peppers on top of the zooks. I don't think you can cook the zucchinis enough. So I'm gonna drop the salmon in there. I mean, literally, like, you're just constantly working. And you got a double oven, like a lot of you guys probably do. If you do, you can use both, but I like to just kind of follow the rhythm. So this salmon, it has not been in there very long, okay, at all. And really not. But here's the trick I want to show you. You should be able, take this skin, whole piece gone. If you don't like the skin, it's good. Now this fish didn't cook long, but it's going to keep cooking, and it's paper thin, okay, paper thin. So this will be a great reheat salmon. I'll have a little bit right now. Might put a little bit in my salad, but I mean, when you got a thin piece of salmon like that, like a pancake, don't cook it more than like, I don't know, a few minutes in the pan or maybe 10 minutes in the oven. The only difference is I got this big piece of sea bass in the roughy. We'll put that in. And I squash those peppers. Ooh. Ooh. Don't try that at home. But when you're a chef, you can touch hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got the broccoli out. Remember, I left those little metal things on. People worry about even rubber bands. Like, you can cook. They're meant for decent amount of heat. We used to cook our asparagus with the rubber bands on. So, curious what you think about that. Broccoli's coming out. And then, so again, I want it mushy. I know, like, everybody's into like crunchy veggies and everything, but dude, I want it mushy. I'm gonna let it cool, and then I'm gonna put some olive oil and some lemon, maybe a little salt. So it's gonna be like a broccoli salad. Let this guy cool for a little while, then lemon and olive oil. Should be great. Last thing's gonna be the chicken, but it's gonna take some time. So I might run out of gas. So if you wanna see what we got, broccoli, Anaheim pepper, Greek salad, quickie guacamole made with the pico, mushroom, zouk, salmon, and last in the oven, probably ready, the fish, the other fish. Yep, bet you it's done. Get this bad boy out. Boom, 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 and boom. Pretty much done. So this chicken has been boiling. You saw me brown it. I'm pretty sure if I let it rest, it'll come apart. I could cook it longer, but I'm gonna just pull it out. So it's been browned and then kind of braised, boiled, whatever you want to call that. And then I got the juice. And I'm gonna cook the noodles in it. And that's just gonna rest. Now, another trick, probably need a little more juice, a little more water. It should boil up pretty fast. Then I got noodles from Greece, just like that. Noodles. And I should cheat with a little chicken base. I don't think it'll have enough flavor. I know it's the worst. We're gonna boil this. We're gonna put these noodles in there and then kind of cook them al dente. We're gonna pull that chicken off. And then there's a lot of fat in the juice. So that's gonna serve as kind of like the broth. And then we bought a cheese. Actually, I bought Parmigiano Reggiano, which is not Magitra. Magitra is the world's greatest cheese for pasta, but we don't have it. So shame on us for that, but we're gonna make the best we can with what we got. This will go in there. So that's in there. Chicken's right here, gonna be on the side. Look like this. The chicken's there. When we go to eat it, we'll put a lot of cheese. You can do it another way, which is tomato. I was contemplating doing like a tomato style version, but I'm not. And I don't know if I showed you this, but the broccoli is now here. So with this, it's gonna be olive oil and lemon. So we're just gonna put some olive oil. This we're gonna eat cold. So I got some lemons here. Greeks always have lemons sitting around. My mom had these in the freezer. These are awesome. My mom's awesome. Ooh, so much juice. So lemons from the garden. Really good. So you have that tangy flavor with all that iron. You can eat dandelions. I got dandelions in there too, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm just a rustic Greek man. That's it. Yeah, you got that going. So now your broccoli, and we're just gonna cook these noodles. I've been cooking for like 2 hours, so I'm a little gassed, but I do have food for several days, and it is pretty darn good and pretty darn healthy. So you all saw what we cooked. Chicken, I'm gonna let that sit, but I did get the noodles done. I figured I'd show it to you. So basically just chicken, broth, and Greek noodles. Then we're gonna sprinkle some Parmigiano Reggiano, but like I said, usually it's Magitra. Let's check it out. That's really good. Guys, thanks for watching.